Welcome to Britain on the Brink, where the tea's cold, the prices are criminal, and we're all one bad chippy order from spontaneous combustion. First up, a man in Chester who survived a Cadbury's creme egg lunch and now bravely documents the slow death of fast food civilization.
How are you, folks? Well, it's lunchtime and I'm at my Chester office today, so just stuffed myself with a Cadbury's cream egg and all that, and I'm, chilling out a little bit. But today's episode at the Chippy went okay, but I eat a lot of fast food, which is no surprise to many, but have you noticed how crap places have got now at sorting your food out? I went to, I did a little video a couple of weeks ago. I went to Papa John's. Who's Papa John? It's a line from a film. I love that line. It's 99% of you straight over your head, but there you go. Anyway, I went to Papa John's, and in the window there was 3 signs, and each one had a different price for the same thing. It was like, well, I picked the cheapest one. You know, but that's not a big issue. That's just stupid marketing, you know what I mean? I went in there the other night, and I asked them for what's clearly advertised as what they do with pizza. Well, they said, oh, that's finished, that is. I said, no, it's not. I said, I just looked online. I said, that's it. They went, no, it's finished. I said, I just ordered it on the app then. They went, okay, order it on the app then. They just didn't even want to know, but it was like, we went on the app and we ordered it on the app, and we stood in reception ordering the damn thing. Well, in all fairness, the signal was shite because I live in Wrexham, and we had to go outside and order the thing, but we were stood outside the window ordering food. And if you go to a place like McDonald's, it's almost guaranteed. Firstly, we went to KFC only a week or 2 back, didn't give us the dips. Jim, me lad, had to go back and get the dips. You order something from McDonald's, they stick it all in a bag, they tape it shut, they give it you. You better check that bag before you go anywhere, because they're guaranteed to have fucked it right up. They always do. Honestly, it's just stupid. There's always something missing. Or I tell you what, right? Ordered a Chinese takeaway 3 months ago, 4 months ago, whatever. Could have been fucking 6 months ago now, and it was beef and mushroom, whatever the frick it was. And it was like, oh, but don't want any mushrooms. So they took the mushrooms out, but they also took the beef out, and they just sent us a little tub of gravy. That was it. What's that about? I actually phoned them up, and in all fairness, and it would give us a free meal next time we went, but it's just forever cocking it up. Fast food's a nightmare these days. You just got different pricing structures. They give you different, they charge you different to what it says on the board. They got different things. There's a Chippy by me, right? No word of a lie. It shuts at 8 o'clock or whatever. You go after 7, they don't do chips anymore, because they stop cooking stuff after 7 o'clock. It's like everyone's got a mental fake, what time they shut in their head. The world's gone nuts. It really has. The world's gone nuts. And when on earth did food get so expensive? It's like 2 pizzas are now 25 quid. You know what I mean? I went to the Chippy, right? And it was a small chips and curry and a sausage, and it was 7 quid. You know what I mean? It's like, me lad went to the Chippy the other day, it was about 8 quid for the chips and beans. All right, sausage and cheese on it, don't get me wrong, but it's just a cheap meal is now about 6-7 quid. I remember when, it's not too long ago, surely, that you could go and have a sit-down meal for less than a tenner. You know what I mean? Your typical restaurant, high street restaurants, the ones that are everywhere, beef eaters or whatever, and there was loads of shit on there for $7.99, $8.99, $9.99. Mixed grill for 12 quid, they were expensive. Fred, me, you can barely get yourself a chicken burger now for that. Oh, the world's gone nuts. The world's gone nuts. Anyway, it's almost time for me to get back to it. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Next, a heartbroken expat returns from Berlin and realises the UK is officially Misery Island. Time to flee this grey hellscape.
I hate it here. Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. Okay? So since coming back from Berlin, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've been so depressed. And one thing I've realised is I really don't like Misery Island, and I really think now is the time for me to leave. I think the island mentality within the UK is actually extremely toxic, and here's just some observations that I've had after leaving for a few weeks. In the UK, we are taught from birth, especially if you're British, born here, whatever, we are taught not to leave the island. We are taught that the UK's great. Why would you want to leave? Just stay, buy a house, go to Albufeira, go to Mallorca. And I've never really resonated with that. I've always thought that there was more to life. But the thing is when you leave the UK, you realize it's actually very normal for people in Europe to move around. It's very normal to leave the country that you were born in search of a better life. People are living in different places, and that's totally normal. People are speaking more than one language, and that's totally normal. People aren't living to work, okay? That's one thing that I hate about London. London is all about work, 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 you know? There is no fun. There is no games. People are just here to hustle, and I think this grind hustle culture has got us all fucked up. And what it leads to is people just living for the weekend. You know, they work their 9 to 5 that they don't like 5 days in a row. And then when it gets to the weekend, they're down the pub, they're drinking, they're in. And whilst I'm not condoning that or saying that that's a bad thing, it's kind of sad. Like when I was in Berlin, people were on the streets, people were drinking, people were having fun. It was just so normal to just go up to someone and be like, hey, I like your earrings. Oh, cool. I like your necklace. What you doing? Oh, cool. Do you want to go for a drink? Like talking to strangers and going for a drink with a stranger. Would that ever happen in London? Exactly. But yeah, coming back's just been a bit hard. You know, I feel like everyone's very sad, very miserable. This country has done nothing for us for so many years, ever since Brexit. Like, what has this country done? Whilst I understand my privilege as, you know, coming from a affluent European country, I want more from life, you know? I don't want to be working just to live, just to survive. You can't even have savings in London anymore because of the cost of living crisis. Food is so expensive, rent is so expensive, like they literally don't want you to have fun here. And honestly, I just think there's more to life, you know? I found it so easy to meet people and interact with different people and have fun in Berlin. London, I don't feel like that. I feel isolated. I feel like everyone's fake. People will be like, hi, you right? But not actually care if you're all right. The Germans stay being direct, but at least you know where you stand with them. And, you know, I'm not saying London's not a great city. I'm not saying that there's not like fun things to do in London or like great places to be. But I just would rather be in an international community, living, working, but enjoying life. You know, that's the most important thing. Being in nature, being able to go out, having fun. I want to have fun. London for me, I'm over it. I've lived here for too many years and I've grown up in the UK. And I just want a different experience. So yeah, if anyone else feels like this, let me know in the comments below, because I genuinely feel like I've had my last straw here and I'm over it. I need to spread my wings. I need to fly away. And yeah, London is just not doing it for me. The UK is not doing it for me.
Next, a brave soul exposes the UK's true horror. £165 at Aldi for what barely feeds a family of sad squirrels. Welcome to the grey apocalypse.
Right, so people want to go on about the state of America and how much it costs to live in America and actually get your shopping. But let me tell you about the state of the UK. So I've just been to Lidl, or Aldi or Lidl, which one was it? It was Aldi. People are talking about in America how much the cost of living is really hitting people. Well, here in the UK, I've just been to Lidl and spent £160 on a small shop to start us off for the week. And it really does not consist of much. I mean, forgive the grey skies and the absolute misery that is the UK. But anyway, look at this. I've got 2 bottles or 2 packs of water, a couple of big ones there. And then I've got, look, you see this? That bag and that bag there. 2 medium-sized shopping bags. And that has cost £160. Can you believe that? Alright, so I've just unpacked all that shopping and I put it on the side so you can sort of get the context of how much £160 in Lidl looks like. So there's the drinks, apart from the 2 waters that I've just put over there. So 2 drinks. These are like some protein rice puddings, 3 lots of eggs, 4 lots of chicken nuggets, some cheeky potato rolls. I'm not going to go through it all, but look, this is literally it. Yeah, and this is probably the most expensive stuff. A couple of steaks, a couple of big packs of beef, and then that's it. So no real big items there. Look, these as well. No real big items there. You can see, look, that is it. The most expensive things there were the beef, 2 packs of them, but we'll split them in half, so that will last a week. And then the steaks, and we'll share them out amongst the week as well. But yeah, look, £165.84 pence, you know. But there we go. So, realistically, you don't get that much for your money in the UK.
Next, A Quiet Soul reflects on £130 weekly for 2. Back when Tesco's full bag was £25, now £40 buys half a sad memory. Inflation's cruel joke.
How much money a week do you spend on shopping? I had a good think about this, and I think I spend £130 for 2 people, and that would include toiletries, etc. But I remember the days when you could get 1 bag of shopping from Tesco's and it was like 25 quid. Now it's like 40. So yeah, it's gone up so much, hasn't it?
Next, a lone shopper stunned at £30 for a week's basics at Sainsbury's. Imagine feeding a family without selling a kidney first. Britain weeps.
So I went to Sainsbury's today on my lunch break just to do some groceries. Bearing in mind it's only myself that I need to buy food for the week. And I didn't buy particularly much. I must have bought some meatballs, some chicken legs, some tins of tuna and mackerel, some Mediterranean veg, some butter, some cheese, a jar of pickle to go in some sandwiches for work, and some hand wash, and it came to near on £30. And you look at it and you think, that isn't a lot. So I'm wondering, how much is it costing families of 3 and 4 for a week's food shop? I mean, this country, what is going on? God.
So there you have it. Britain, on the brink, where £30 buys a week's worth of sadness. £165 at Aldi feeds a family of ghosts. And the only thing rising faster than prices is the urge to flee this grey, miserable island. The chippy's gone mad, the soul's gone missing, and we're all one bad takeaway from calling it quits. Stay safe out there, or better yet, book that flight. Cheers.